All right, I see that this is slowing down, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. Good afternoon, everyone. I want to thank you all for joining us today for our Marching Forward Monday VBE showcase. Today, we're going to have 3 NaVOBA certified veteran-owned businesses presenting. As always, if you're not speaking, please keep your microphone muted. This session is being recorded and will be available on our YouTube channel. If you have any questions, please feel free to use the chat box throughout the session, and we'll open the floor for questions at the end of all of the presentations. So please welcome our first presenter, Jack Smith.
All right. Hello. See if I can do this screen share appropriately. Tested this beforehand, so we should be good to go. Right. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. I appreciate everybody's time today. Really excited. We're proud to be a NaVOBA certified business. Really part of our strategic growth for this year is focused on how to better leverage this certification. And we're excited this is the first of many steps along the way of introducing you guys to who we are and what we do. Without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get started. So I am Jack Smith. I am CEO and kind of head troublemaker here at Fortuna. Been an IT guy since I was a child. I remember my parents buying my first computer when I was 12 years old. I know where I was standing when they said yes. I remember everything about it. I hacked my high school's network when I was 16 years old. I didn't do anything bad, but just kind of curious. And it turned into my first job. And I've literally been in IT ever since, including my time serving in the military. I was a United States Air Force veteran from 2000 to 2004. Being a veteran is kind of important to my family, I would say. So my family has defended our country in every war dating back to the Revolutionary War between my mother and father's side. On this slide alone are 3 generations of Jack Smiths who have worn our uniform, and my brother and my father and I all served as well. So that really meant a lot to us to serve in the military. I was fortunate enough to be an IT guy. I served inside a bunker in Omaha. I walked off base and I got an IT job, and I've been, doing consulting ever since. And as I started my first started Fortuna, I realized that there's a lot of other veterans out there trying to make a difference, but that there's a lot of veterans that didn't come home and have the same transition from service to civilian life that I was able to have. And so, I really wanted to find a way to help. And this became a passion of mine. I started Fortuna in 2014, really started to kind of ask and answer these questions of how do I hire qualified veterans for my business. In 2018, a customer asked me and a team of disabled veteran businesses on a fairly large contract why we weren't bringing them more veterans to hire for our staffing jobs. And all we had was excuses. Oh, they're not, you have to have the right people at the right place, at the right time, with the right skill set, at the right location. Which is all true, but it were all excuses. And that to me just wasn't acceptable. So I really started to dig. And what happened is that we built the link between veterans and their community. Fast forward 2018 to 2020, and 2021 actually, and I was able to meet the wonderful town of Fayetteville, North Carolina. I found there a community that was hungry to connect to their veterans, and veterans that were ready to connect to their community. And as I was starting to get to know the location, I was fortunate enough to convince a local legend and 2-time Congressional Medal of Honor recipient, Diana Potts, who is also a military veteran, you'll see here in a moment, to join our team. And together, she and I put together a team of soldiers and a team of programs and military efforts that really helped us solve our veteran hiring process. And so every person you see on that picture, myself and Diana, and then everyone else is a military veteran, 2 of which were still receiving their military paychecks at the time of this photograph. So we solved this problem. We went 6 for 6 building out our team in Fayetteville, because we're now out on that base twice a week, advertising our jobs directly to be that community link. And although we can't guarantee that level of success for our customers, we now have built the solution to connecting qualified veterans to businesses looking for workers. If you give us jobs in your community, we'll connect you to veterans in your area that are capable, qualified, and ready to work. The beautiful thing about what we've done here in Fayetteville is it's all transportable. We can take this anywhere in the country, anywhere in the world where there are transitioning military soldiers. And if you have jobs in that community, we can help you do what we did here in Fayetteville anywhere else in the world. All of our relationships and our agreements are, with the Army wide, with the Military Spouse Employment Program, with the DoD P3 program. All of those are DoD wide, so we can go anywhere where there's a military installation. And we're ready to do that for you. We are a for-profit company, but we put people and community first. And we always choose kindness for our people and our customers. And we want to help equip our customers and our business leaders like yourselves to make a difference in the world by providing great jobs for qualified veterans. Our mission statement is to improve the lives of our people, our customers, and the communities we're a part of, because we want to ensure that our military personnel and their spouses are gainfully employed while they're not actively deployed. That's a little bit about our why. We mentioned a little early on of what we do. IT is at the core of who and what I am, have been for my entire life, moving up through the corporate ranks and on into today. Fortuna really started out as an IT consulting and staffing company. We really found our niche in building on-demand teams, solving all the problems on your screen today at scale. And during COVID, we had the opportunity to stretch our arms past our IT consulting and staffing and into the call center and contact center solutions realm. And it really helped us grow very quickly, because what we do ultimately is we solve problems for our customers on demand at scale. And it allowed us to be one of the fastest growing veteran-owned businesses in America last year. We're proud of what we do. Growing fast and scale has been a history of our capabilities. We solved all of these scale problems for ourselves as one of the fastest growing businesses. We solved all these veteran hiring solutions for ourselves. Now let us put our award-winning team to work for you. As we mentioned, we are a disabled veteran-owned business. We're certified across the country, both state-wise and nationally, with headquarters in North Carolina and California. We can support you guys coast to coast, wherever your solutions might need. Here's a little bit about our team. I'm surrounded by a bunch of amazing humans, many of whom are spouses or veterans or both. Almost 50% of the people on that photograph are a spouse, a veteran, or both. And we care. This is how you can connect to us. We're out there to make a difference. If you want to hire veterans tomorrow, contact us today. And then I have a question slide, but we're going to save that for the end. Correct, Alexis?
Yes, sir. All right. Thank you very much. And if you wouldn't mind putting your contact information in the chat, and that goes for the other presenters as well. And up next, we have Dean Wegner.
Jack, well done. You set the bar high for Michelle and I. So Dean Wegner, I am a relatively new NaVOBA's certification, and I'm going to start out by playing a quick video to give you the essence of our brand, Authentically American. So let me get the screen set up.
What does it mean to be an American? Being an American means being free and protected by the men and women who sacrifice their lives to serve our country. It means giving back to the communities in which we live and work, and believing in the power of hard work and the American worker. It means treating other Americans with dignity and respect, even in the midst of disagreement. Being an American is an honor and a privilege. These American values are the foundation of Authentically American. As a veteran-owned company, we are a brand that celebrates patriotism and gives back to our American heroes. We are passionate about creating American jobs. Everything we produce is made in USA with no exceptions. We strive to represent the absolute highest level of quality in everything we do. Help build the America you want to see. Be Authentically American. is yours made?
And Alexis, you said you can make me big?
Yes, sir.
We're not going to do a lot of slides. We're going to do more of a product demo. But before I go there, just a quick background on me personally. So I'm a veteran and an entrepreneur, and my priorities in life are God, family, and country. And my wife and I, we've been married 28 years, Kelly and we have 4 amazing kids. We have 2 daughters, 24 and 21. And we have an 18-year-old son and a 12-year-old son we adopted from Ethiopia. So family is very important to us. And from a country standpoint, had the privilege of graduating from West Point in 1993. And after graduating, went to flight school, so learned how to fly helicopters. And then after flight school, had a unique opportunity to go to the Army Special Forces Ranger School. So then spent 7 years active duty, and that 7 years were so formidable and so impactful that ultimately led to the intentional choice that we as a brand donate 10% of our profits to veteran and first responder charities. And for us, that's a way to honor our American heroes each and every day. So that's a little bit about me personally, but let me tell you about Authentically American. And as the video touched on, we're an apparel brand. And we have amazing product, and it's all made right here in the US. And to give you an idea how rare American made is, when I graduated from West Point 93, over 50% was made in the US. Today it's 3.5. 3.5 is all that's made here. And that shocking statistic gave birth to our tagline, "Where's yours made?" I like to ask the question whether when you're wearing your favorite t-shirt or polo, hey, great looking shirt, where's yours made? And most people look at me like, I have no idea. But they're shocked when they look at the tag and see made in China, made in Vietnam. And that is the essence of our brand, is all American made. And there's 2 very distinct sides of our business. So there's a consumer side. So things like I'm wearing that are authentically American branded, whether it's a polo, t-shirt, quarter zip, socks, anything like that. But that's a relatively small 10% of our business. 90% is more corporate B2B focused. So on a large scale, we have Fortune 500 clients like Pepsi, Bridgestone, and Comcast. We have big veteran charities like Wounded Warrior, Tunnel to Towers, Team Red, White, and Blue, who order thousands of items from us, all the way down to small businesses, because small businesses and charities can't order, thousands. So we keep our minimums low. But as much as we talk about veteran owned, as much as we highlight the important decision to choose American made, nothing else matters unless we deliver an amazing product experience. And that's what's most important for us as a consumer brand, is that product experience. So I'm going to highlight 2 of our more popular items. So one are socks. Anyone like to wear fun, fashionable socks? I see a few hands, so I'll highlight these. So one of the things we've been blessed with is an incredible national TV exposure. And one of the recent times we were on national TV was on Fox and Friends. And these fun patriotic socks were the #1 seller. And the reason why, the host, fellow Army veteran Pete Hegseth, in front of 2 million people, said these are his favorite pair. And you can imagine the spike in traffic. You can imagine the spike in sales. And it was interesting what he said. He didn't mention anything about them being American made. He said they're so soft, they're so comfortable, and they have this fun patriotic design. That's why they're his favorite pair. But when you have an experience like that, you want to learn more, and you'll read the fine print where it says designed in Nashville, made in North Carolina. And we have manufacturing in 11 states. And what I enjoy even more than the fun socks that we do are the hundreds of custom designs that we've done for our clients, from businesses, charities, just across the board, because it's just a fun way to get your brand out there. So that was one fun example. The other one I'll highlight is the t-shirt. So t-shirts are the most ubiquitous item out there. And this was from our consumer side. So not only do we have authentically American items, but we have collegiate licenses like my alma mater of West Point, Naval Academy, VMI, Citadel, all the Air Force schools. So Jack, we also have Air Force. So this is one, Alexis. I wasn't real happy to see you wearing a Navy sweatshirt, but this is coming back to you. And I wish we were here in person, because if you guys could feel this, you would be like, Dean, That has got to be the softest t-shirt I've ever felt. And that's by design, because who doesn't love a nice soft t-shirt? The other part that I want to showcase is the print. Think a lot of the t-shirts that you've purchased in the past, the one that are in your closet, they have that heavy plastisol ink. And on a hot summer day, it will stick to your chest. You wash it a few times, it will crack. Our t-shirts are designed to be incredibly soft. The fabric, the print, because we use a soft hand print, and tagless. Nobody likes a tag, it itches. But Alexis, this is where I'm going to have a little bit of fun with you wearing that navy sweatshirt, because this is our new innovation, our new sweat activated print innovation. So watch what happens when I spray this. You can see Beat Navy magically appears, and there on the back. And I love to showcase this, one, to stick it back at Alexis, but number two is people have literally said, Dean, no offense, I don't care where it's made. The shirt is incredibly soft. I can't even feel the print. And wow, this technology, it's incredible. I've never seen it before. And we've done hundreds of custom designs. So wipe off the Go Army, and we have a Navy version, Alexis. Jack, we have an Air Force version. We've done hundreds of custom designs, but our whole goal, whether you're a big Fortune 500 client, whether you're a big charity, you're a small business, that this is your new favorite. If you ask your team to wear it on Friday because you got an event, they want to wear it on Saturday because it's their new favorite. And Jack, you're in the recruiting business, and no one's going to stay with your company just because you give them a great shirt. But it's one more reinforcement on why they love the company they work for. And when you have the opportunity with our vintage US flag and everything we're about American made, that's just one more reason why, they love your company. And what we found, and why I'm so excited to be part of NaVOBA, our brand really resonates with veteran owned and veteran operated businesses and veteran focused charities. And there's over 400,000 veteran owned businesses with 10 or more employees. And latest count I've heard is there's over 30,000 veteran focused charities. And we've worked with hundreds of both, but there's still an incredible amount of opportunity for us. So Alexis, that was it for me, and we'll have to get you something new to wear next time.
Hey, I wear a different branch every Monday, so I'm open for it. Thank you very much. And up last, we have Michelle Jolivet.
Sorry, I had to take it off. There we go. All right, can you see everything?
Not yet.
Nope, hold on. Let me go back. Share screen. All right, working now?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so let's start. Excellent. My name's Michelle Jolivet, U.S. Air Force veteran. My company, founder and CEO of DEI Recruiting and Consulting. And what we do is we partner with organizations to develop a diverse workforce that matches the community they serve. We are a certified veteran-owned LGBT woman-owned business. I think everyone, especially in this room, understands the importance of diversity. We all know that a diverse workforce are more innovative, more profitable, and have higher employee retention. But what a lot of folks don't know is that this new generation, Generation Z, considers that diversity and equity culture is one of their top priorities. 86% of them will consider that when choosing a new company. And I can tell you as a recruiter, I see it all the time, that if what you have on your website doesn't match when they go in the door, they're not going to stick around. They're really looking for that true, diverse, inclusive, and equitable culture all the way through, not just at the top, not just on the website, but really through the meat of your organization. And as an organization, you may think, well, jobs are going to get a little bit easier. It's going to be easier to find people. There's all these tech layoffs. There's 11 million job openings back in December of just at the 2 months ago. We're still at a 3.4% unemployment. So there is still a lot of opportunity out there, and it's not going to get better in the next 10 years. It's going to be really, really tough to find great quality people. It's especially going to be tough to find great diversity, which is going to be critical to your business. So why is it important to me? For me, I mean, we can go through the numbers, and I'm a numbers person. I used to be an operator, and so I would always look at the numbers. And when we look at equitability, Latino women are only making 58 cents on the dollar that a white man makes, 63 cents for Black women, 82% for women in general. In general, it's going to take another 136 years for there to be total pay equity between women and men for global pay equity. When we look at Fortune 500, 85.7% of them are still white male CEOs. Only 5.9 are Black. There are only 6 Black CEOs in Fortune 500 companies. And even when we get into other types of diversity, we look at people with disabilities, neurodiversity. Most companies are unaware that 1 in 44 kids born today are neurodiverse. What are we doing to help folks on the autism spectrum, and how do we bring them into the workforce? But for me personally, it's really about my grandson. This is my family. And it's one thing for me as a woman sometimes not to run into that glass ceiling. But when I sit in a room, which I've often done, and I'll sit there with 50 other VPs and directors, and I look around and I see no people of color, I wonder, where would my grandson fit, and would he feel like he belonged in this organization? And it gave me a purpose that I needed to create something and give myself a purpose to make a better workforce out there. So that's why I created this company, was to address that need. Diversity recruiting. I would often hear hiring managers, talent acquisition, and hiring managers say, we want to hire more diversity. We don't know where to find them. So I'll go out and find them for you. As an executive search firm and staffing and consultant, I'll help you with those workforce solutions and really find those underrepresented diverse job seekers that give you quality candidates. As a consultant, we'll certainly help you work through all of your strategies, from ERGs to, how do I create my DE&I statement, whether I'm a small company or big company? How do I work with my talent acquisition team to help them understand the hiring process to make it more equitable? I'll do trainings, I'll do speaking. I do a lot of talking and training on mitigating unconscious bias during the interview and promotion process. We do cross-generational and cross-cultural communication. We talk about managers and how do we work with neurodiversity in the workplace? And then how do we really create that psychologically safe environment in the workplace? Lots of different clients over the last year and a half that I've been in business, worked with media companies, worked with Chamber of Commerce, worked with restaurant groups. I've worked with insurance companies, medical, all different types of companies, small and big, looking for help with their DE&I program. I can give you a lot of different references. Certainly anyone that you talk to will tell you that I'm very passionate about what I do, that I want to make a difference, and that I will work with you wherever you and your company is at to help y'all be successful and get where you want to be from a diversity perspective. An ideal contact for me is certainly going to be someone in your talent acquisition team, someone in human resources, leadership, and learning and development. I really appreciate y'all's time today. Again, Michelle Jolivet, DEI Recruiting and Consulting, and we are here to help create a better community and a better workforce for the future. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you. And thank you to all of our vets for your service and our presenters for your great job today. I'm going to open up the floor for questions if anyone has any.
Alexis, I did see checks note that it should be illegal. And just so he knows, we don't discriminate. There's also a Navy version, which my West Point classmates don't like as much. There's Air Force, VMI, Citadel, so we don't discriminate. Even our Navy friends deserve amazing American-made product.
Thank you. I did order an Air Force shirt from you for my brother's birthday. He loves it.
Awesome. Thank you, Alexis.
Represent all the branches, right? And just so you presenters know, Jay Wesley did put his contact information in the chat for you guys to reach out to him. Also, Nancy said, if you're a veteran that's not yet certified, please contact her. That's nancy.connor@navoba.org.
And Alexis,
And
there
then-
was one, I'm sorry, there was
Go ahead.
one private question I asked, and it was about, do I do custom pieces for companies? And
Okay.
sorry if that wasn't clear. That's where 90% of our business is, focused on those custom items. So for example, Pepsi, Michelle, you mentioned a lot of the veteran ERGs. So we work with Pepsi Valor, and we've done polos, t-shirts that are all custom to Pepsi Valor. We were just at Honor Brands, their national summit. I'm sorry, Honor Flight. We were at their national summit. So we've done custom Honor Flight items. We've done Wounded Warrior, Tunnel to Towers, Team Red, White, and Blue. We're working with over 100 Fortune 500 companies. So that's all personalized, all custom.
Thank you for answering that. All right, are there any other questions for our presenters? All right, if you're a VBE and you're looking to present, please shoot me an email, alexis@navoba.org. Corporate allies, you can also shoot me or Mimi an email, and that's mimi.loam@navoba.org. And I'll leave the chat box open for a few minutes if anyone wants to write down some contact information. And just a reminder that this was recorded and going to be on our YouTube channel for you all to access whenever. All right, thank you guys very much, and you have some time back in your day.
Thanks for the
Thank you,
time.
Alexis.
Thanks, Alexis.